All right, so I think we're live. Let's see. There we go. All right, good. We're live. So we can close the Discord for now. Let's see. Hopefully, our Facebook. Hey, Francis Egan. Nice to have you here. Thank you for joining the live stream. Who else do we have here? Let's see. Got Gary H. Hello to you, Gujo. I did make it. I didn't think I was going to make it for a second there. I'm not going to lie to you. But we did. We made it. So we are officially live. Hey, the one. Nice to have you here. Thank you for joining the live stream. Yeah, I know, right? So had some Wi-Fi connectivity issues. Didn't think I'd make it this week, but we're good. We're good to go today. Love that. We predicted right also, by the way. We thought the Great Storm might come this weekend. We were right. And this means that I think the 25th, which I believe is, let me double check my calendar here. So the 25th, week of that 25th, so not next week, but the week after should be when we have the Summerfest event come live, right? So that is a major update right here. Wars, I believe, released that information. Let me open another tab here to open up Hero Wars Facebook. Hero Wars Facebook. And, right, so we got this Nebula link. We better grab that since we're here. I also need to make sure to grab the Great Storm energy, right? There's always some energy, so I need to save that up for Summer Festival as well, right? So this one, once I get this portal charge, and I'm going to hold on to the portal charges just in case. You never know. I don't think we normally need them for Summerfest. Highly unlikely we're going to need them this time as well, but you never know. Yes, I am doing well. I am doing well. So next week, because it is the week before I have a big test, I will be off next week, just as a heads up. So next week we'll be off from live stream. We'll be back next week. Tomorrow's still live at around noon Eastern Standard Time. But next weekend we're going to be off, and we'll be back the following week, doubling up on winners because of, we're just going to not be able to have a live stream next week. So just a heads up there. Hello, Incognito. Nice to have you here. Thank you for joining the live stream. I'll be your energy tonight. My energy's doing good. We're still grinding away, studying. We got one more full week of studying, and then it's literally, that next week we're going to be hopefully showing what we know. We never know, though. Some of those test questions can be unpredictable, but hopefully it is within our expectation. We'll see how it goes. Thank you, Francis. Thank you. Yeah, so next weekend we'll be off because I will be traveling / late studying for that exam. So we'll be doing that. And so next weekend's off, but we'll be back the weekend after. Back to this, though, we also have the Great Storm, right? So I didn't play this event much this weekend at all. In fact, I barely had time to log in. So here we are. We should collect some of these rewards that have just been sitting here all day. Got to do our guild activity minimum requirements, right? So Jew here, one of the heroes that we normally work on improving because he's pretty key when it comes to battling against Osh. So we're going to go ahead and do armor penetration here a little bit. Hopefully that'll be significant enough to make a little bit more of a dent in the damage category. But yeah, so things have been good. Obviously, just studying a lot, really focusing on different aspects of the exam. There's 3 parts of this exam. Sorry to go back to it just because that's what I've been working on so much. But basically you have, so the first day is MPT. That is called actually I'm not even sure what it's called. It's the MPT. So basically we got 2 essay portions, right? So things that you would write as a first-year law attorney to a partner usually. So they have 2 tasks. They're random tasks. You never know what they're going to be. Usually there is a memorandum or a client letter, essentially, what you'd be writing. So that's one of the 2 things that we got to do. Other than that, the second part of the exam is then essays. So they have you memorize different aspects of the law. Like each thing has a specific number of rules, usually, or elements. You have to specify what those are and apply them to a specific situation. So that's typically the second part of the exam. There's 6 of those. And then the second day basically is entailed with 200 multiple choice. You get about a minute, 45, 50 seconds per question, which seems like a lot when you listen to it, but it's not that much when you're doing it in real time. And so you basically have to answer those. So basically both exam days are 6 hours total. The first 3 hours are from 9 to noon. You get a break from noon to 2, and then 2 is the second starting time, and you end at 5 p.m. So pretty rigorous day. It's 2 days, right? So it's going to be Tuesday and Wednesday are usually the days. So middle of the week, I don't know who decided that. I think that's a terrible decision, but it is what it is. So we will be out of commission for a little bit, but we will be back after that. So that's kind of what I've been working on, focusing on, and we will see how it goes. So anyway, back to the game. We've got our daily bonus, Skin Stones, Great Storm event. We talked about this, right? We predicted it would come, and it did. So I'm glad that worked out for us. I don't remember exactly what we have next week, but I'm pretty sure it's like a ×4 sale. I got to double check. But usually they drop the ×4 sale right before they have a major event, just the way they do things. So we will see what they come up with. But the other thing is keep saving your soul stones and your coins the best you can, because you're going to want to use those during Summerfest, right? Because Summerfest is coming up. We all know it's coming up. Let's see, I need to open 80 of these, so we're going to just do that because it benefits us. Yes, it does. In mobile news, we have Iris coming out. So Iris, who's been on Facebook for a long time now and web, is now going to mobile. They also released new skins on mobile. So for Facebook and web, you should keep this in mind. The new skins are for Kark, Satori, Galahad, and there's one more that I can't quite remember right now. Mr. Big says, I'm in Discord contest. I missed wheel. Great. Let's see. We can add you to the wheel if you're not on it. Let's see. You're going to have to remind me if you're on Facebook or on web, though, because I'm not quite sure. Francis says, free-to-play Skinstone event. So, yeah, usually that Outland event with the Skin Stones is usually also doubled up with a ×4 sale, so that makes sense. Zisha still has not quite come yet. Yeah, so I expect that to be a later hero. My guess is closer to Halloween, typically when they release those new dark heroes, right? Oh, Zisha, no, never mind. Zisha was the one, the skin, you're right. Francis, good call on that. My mistake. So yeah, we had Zisha, Galahad, Kark, and Satori, the 4 new skins for mobile. So keep that in mind because that might come to Facebook later on, right? I think that's very likely we see that in the near future. When I say near future, I don't really know if that's, right down the road or whatnot. But we also have the summer skins we're talked about, right? So I'm going to talk about that briefly here on the stream. I meant to make a video on it. We'll see if I get around to it. Kind of leaning towards not really, but you never know. But here are the new skins, right? So as we thought, right, once they announced Krista was having a skin, Lars usually is the follow-up skin. So we got some new skins here. And Daredevil being another skin, kind of interesting with the magic defense. So Krista with the magic attack, that's a must-have. Lars getting health, very, very helpful. Questions that come up immediately for me here is, does this move the needle enough to defeat Isaac? I'm leaning towards probably not, but you never know. You never know with these types of situations. So overall, though, I do think that if you're going to get 2 skins, it should be Lars and Krista. Daredevil, I think, is a lower priority skin at this time. She has some other skins, physical attack, that are just much better for people who use Daredevil anyway. So if you already have those skins, then maybe you consider it. But overall, I really don't know if this magic defense skin should be a high priority. You have agility, critical hit chance, these other 4 skins are just better than this newer skin, in my opinion. I'm going to equip that since we're here. But that's just my thoughts. I think Krista and Lars, those are some pretty decent skins to consider. Really. They're just not bad. They're not bad at all. Obviously, if you come up against Isaac, who knows? We're going to have to test that a little bit later. Wally says Lars Solar Skin is later down the road. It's a waste right now. Fair enough. Wally says Daredevil Solar Skin is a yes. Really? Okay. Why do you think that? I guess is my initial thought process. And the reason I'm asking is because I get magic defense for Daredevil is helpful because it allows him to stay on the field longer. But I think it can be problematic because a lot of people don't use Daredevil as of right now that I'm aware of. Maybe more people using her than I'm aware. But I don't know. I just think if you have agility, critical hit chance, health, these really kind of are more important, in my opinion, in terms of powering them up than it is to get the Daredevil Magic Defense Solar Skin. But let's look at your stats. Magic Defense is not as strong as her armor, so it's helpful, obviously. But I do think these skins take priority in terms of upgrades, right? I guess it depends. If Daredevil's on your main team, you probably want to use her with that skin. I don't know. I think Lars and Krista are a little bit more effective, in my opinion. Now, obviously, the health one for Lars, questionable. But I think if you use a setup like something I use on mobile, and occasionally I'll use it on Facebook as well and web, but usually I really use this setup a lot more on mobile, is something that looks like this. And this could be something that I use in the future for my Grand Arena team, but I use something currently on my mobile team. I use something like this. And it's interesting because it has the twins on it and it has Dorian. So more health allows Lars to stay on the field longer. And with Dorian supporting and backing Lars, that's kind of key to this whole thing working. And it really, really kind of accentuates Lars because Lars has so much damage capability. So having Krista have magic attack allows her damage to be increased. And Lars' health allows him to stay on the field longer. Of course, this assumes you're not facing an Isaac team. So I don't know. Obviously, the reason I have Kira on that team on mobile is mainly because Rufus pops up a lot. And Kira can take down Rufus pretty easily. Granted, I don't know if I would do that on my Grand Arena team. But, Aurora doesn't work as well on mobile right now. So that's kind of why I would consider doing that. So yeah, let's see. I'm not trying to miss anything here. Mr. Big talking about the wheel. Let me see. Mr. Big and the wheel. Let's see. Open list. Facebook first. We'll just see if Mr. Big is on here. I don't see him on there. Let's see, maybe web. Mr. Big, you're on the web one for Saturday, so you're good to go, I think. I see you on there. See you right here, Mr. Big. So you're good. You're on the proverbial wheel. You're good to go there. Hey Wally, nice to have you here. Solar Skins equals Twins and Daredevil. Absolutely, Francis. Absolutely. Lars Solar Skin is later down. Okay, yep. Hey Dragon Paralyzer, nice to have you here. Yes, thank you guys for hitting that like button. Much appreciated. How is your judge doing? Dragon asked. Let me take a look. This week I honestly haven't played much, so I haven't moved really the needle on any of my heroes. But I think we can move a little bit on judge here. I really need to get more gold because I am low on gold. I don't want to say a rarity because I think that's becoming increasingly common given the fact that and my game froze. But I think that's becoming increasingly common with the advent of Osh and Asgard and kind of like that whole battling system. So we're going to refresh our page here. I think opening the picker wheel may have caused a little bit of mayhem there. Computer got confused. But anyway, so I'm going to hop back in here. We're going to get back to Judge here. Absolutely Dragon Paralyzer. Always happy to accept the quote-unquote Judge challenge. I'm a big Judge believer. I am. I'll be honest. I think he's good. I just haven't gotten around to it, so it doesn't hurt to have reminders here. and to check him out. So let's see, we need some more gold to make sure we are still on track. I don't really want to open anything that's going to be problematic for me with Summerfest right around the corner. But let's see what we can do here. So going back to Judge because our game thought Judge was getting too strong. Let's upgrade interference generator first. Okay, now hologram. Now we're low on gold, so we'll do one spin, and we'll see where else. I think we can get some more gold simply by doing our tower run per usual, unless we just get really, I don't know if it's lucky or unlucky getting these items, and or tower coins. I guess you can look at it either way. And of course, the first one we get an item, the second one we get tower coins, and another item. So it looks like the gold does not want to, oh, I spoke too soon. I was about to say the gold doesn't want to come to us, but luckily I jinxed it back in our favor right there, I guess. Let's see. Got some more tower coins, some gold here. Some items there. Gold, awesome. A lot of items popping up for us today. Ruining Helm would be helpful, but of course we don't get that item. It's okay. We got that item instead. Don't really need that one. We got some gold, much needed. And some more tower coins. Okay, so overall, a lot more items than I expected. We got some gold in the process. We can definitely claim that reward there. Now let's get back to our Judge. Upgrade him a little bit more if we can. Let's take a look. Where is Judge? I passed him. Oop, there he is. He's on the left side. All right, so glyphs. Usually I like to use my baby glyphs here early, so we'll do intelligence. Maybe we'll get him to 14. That'll be good for now. Intelligence, he's a lot smarter now than he was. We're going to need sparks of power, but I think we're a little far from that right now. Upgrading artifacts. This might be something we can do. Spending 25 million a week on Osh. I've seen people do it. I don't do it right now. I just don't see it being worth that much gold right now to me and my guild. The amount of damage I can do is kind of minimally different. It's like a couple million, and we do pretty well, I think, overall. So I'm not going to complain about that. We'll upgrade the intelligence here to 15. I think that's a pretty solid number, which is why I'm doing that. I know it's a pretty random reason, but that's what we're going with. I like that number. Complete 3 heroic missions, not really applicable here at this time, but opening the chest in Outland. Yes, let's do that. Let's do that, and we will also take a look at, I think I want to take a look a little bit more at this event, right? So we have the Great, or wait, is it called the Great Storm? Great Storm event. Let's take a look here. Special events, Great Storm. What can we do here? So spending emeralds, not a huge fan right now. Energy, okay. And opening chests in the sanctuary. So they really want you to play the event. So if that's the case, let's take a look at the event. So glad that, okay, wasn't surprised Lars didn't get the health though. Spending 25 million, yeah, okay. I discovered something new. Judge Ion Cyclone will freeze opponent's team from ulting if they are dispositioned or not in range required to trigger their ultimates. Yeah, and I think Wally makes a good point as well. It does require some timing to ensure that you're doing it correctly. So there are some factors with Judge and using him to his max, but I think there are heroes, if you use Judge in a team that uses the twins, that displaces the line a little bit, can be quite effective. All right, let's see what we can do here. We're going to just go ahead and I think we're just going to attack a little bit here since I haven't played this event at all. Looks a little fun. Let's try it out here. Hey, Greg G, nice to have you here from Sydney, Australia. I'm always happy to have you guys here and always amazed that everyone is from all over the continental map. Love to see it. Hopefully you are doing well and you don't have any great storms like we do in game. Obviously, you hopefully have that in game though. What is the minimal amount of storm resistance needed before attacking the boss? Incognito asks. So my advice on attacking before you attack the boss you really, really should have well over 200 storm resistance. If you have less than 200 storm resistance, you're going to struggle massively. I think even being, 240 is tough for many, many players, myself probably included, depending on who it is. It makes it so much harder. I think the best thing to do, if you can, is to take out every single one before that. But if you can, you need 200. I think that's a minimum requirement to be able to take on the mighty Osh. I don't see it going smoothly for you if you do not do so. Okay, I mean, here I probably don't need to go to 10, but we're going to go to 10 anyway. I'm just going to take the outer ring. A lot of these boxes, for whatever reason, are, kind of in between the outer ring and the middle ring, which makes sense, but usually there tends to be more in the outer ring, and they're easier to win anyway. So I don't really see any shame in just going for the easy win. So we're just going to smoothly battle and kind of go around in the outer shape that they give us, right? It's kind of like that. It's like a star, like a shuriken with a lot of ridges, a very jagged shuriken. Let's see. So we're going to go ahead and keep on going around through the outer ring here. Probably just use as many action points as I have. And we're going to keep moving around. Debating for storm coins what I should do, though. Part of me really is leaning towards stacking these pet soul chests. The main reason being, I think after we have Summerfest, there's a very strong chance that we have a new pet. I'm not saying right away, but I think we're due for a new pet. I also think that we're due for a new hero. So I think we're still missing one, right? If I'm not mistaken, aren't we missing someone that Mobile has? Or am I off there? Let's see. So we're short Zisha, right? So Zisha, I think, is coming closer to Halloween, but I think that's why I think there's gonna be a pet before. So after Summerfest, I think we're likely to have a pet, and then I think after we have the pet, we have Zisha. Now that's a wild theory. I have nothing to base that on. I just think based on the timing of how things have happened in the past, right? We got Axel around this time last year, right, which was after Summerfest. So I'd say like a month after Summerfest, we had Axel. And then after that, we kind of had a new hero. I'm trying to remember. I think it was Corvus and Morgan, if I'm not mistaken. But Francis wants Fafnir. I'm not sure if Fafnir. Oh yeah, Fafnir, right? So Zisha and Fafnir, right? So Fafnir, for those of you guys who don't remember, don't know, Fafnir is the hero who kind of boosts agility heroes. So we're talking like Yasmin, and beyond Yasmin, we're talking about Kira. Those two really, really benefit from Fafnir. But yes, absolutely. So we got a chest nearby, most likely going to be in the inner ring. We're not going to worry about that right this second. Keep moving along on the outer perimeter here. So we're going to keep moving. It seems that my Astaroth gets taken out in every single one of these matchups. I don't know if I love that or don't like that too much. I'm also finding, and I don't know how you guys feel about this, but so interesting theory here from Dragon Paralyzer. Zisha will never be playable on playable hero on Facebook and web because she's already in the game lore for years now, and mobile doesn't have pet events, so she was free to add. Interesting. I like that theory, but I would be surprised if they did that. And the reason I'd be surprised is because I think some people would complain. That's my honest opinion. I think people would complain and they would change it up. But maybe it's possible. Fafnir would be a great addition, I think, to mobile. Another support hero. So I think that would be really cool to see. And I think that could potentially substitute in for Sebastian when you're fighting Osh, which could be interesting as well. It would depend on his skills, but I think that would be interesting. I think I'd like to see that. I guess of the two, I think Fafner's more useful than Zisha anyway. So if Zisha does not come, not the worst thing ever. I do think Fafner though can be super super valuable to the Hero Wars community and Facebook and web in terms of usage. What about a mega 14-day event where Zisha comes with a new pet? Would you enjoy that, or would it be too much of a whales event? I think it would be a little bit too much of a whales event. I think it's a great idea in theory, but I think a lot of people would struggle with that many things going on at the same time, really, because I'm sure you're going to have to spend a pretty substantive amount if they were to double up. Dragon Paralyzer says Fafner is necessary for web. Why do you say it's necessary for web specifically? I think it's great for Facebook and web. I think it's a great thing all around. My not so hot take. I think he's a great hero. I think he's going to be someone who's super super useful all around and should be considered on any lineup for Grand Arena. Yeah, I really think he's a game changer. So we're just still chugging along. We got like 9 more of these action points available for us. Hopefully we'll be able to pick up a couple more from the event. But we're just cruising. Wow, that took out a lot of my team. Hopefully you guys are also getting some free rewards. So at this point, I'm kind of just getting my free rewards, moving around, not really trying to go too crazy. I don't want to spend any extra energy that I don't need to. If I have it saved up, keep saving them. We got Summerfest right around the corner. That's the event you want to be using your energy for. That's the event you want to be spending your emeralds. So this is not the event to do that if you don't have to. So the bar is imminent. So it is the week after next weekend. So that's why I'm not going to be live next weekend. So it is still imminent, E-Rain. And trust me, you'll know when it's over because I'll be making a lot more content regularly, and we'll be having a lot more content just coming out. So yeah, we're still going on with that in E-Rain. So once you take the bar, you don't know for like a solid couple months before you get the results. So I'll be sweating and concerned about whether or not I passed it. And then after that, I find out if I did or didn't, and then we'll see what has to happen after that. So we never know, but it has not yet happened. Not yet happened. Dragon says, but what they could do is add that weird Zisha Eye thing as the next pet. It would make sense as a compensation for Zisha herself. That would be interesting. So like you're talking about the eye thing that is behind Zisha. So that's interesting. I wonder what they would call that as a pet. Probably have a very interesting name. What would you think that they would name that if they could? I don't know. I wonder what that would be called. You're talking about like the well, I can't even show it on here, but you're talking about like the thing that's behind Zisha that has like that eyeball thing. You're saying that could be a pet? That'd be interesting. Like it'd almost be like a slime kind of. Huh. Never thought of that before. I like it. Maybe. Maybe we will. Maybe we will. There we go. Okay, so it is loading back up for us here. So the Storm Serpent, I'd call it. Interesting. So when you become certified, how are you going to keep yourself straight and prevent becoming an Avenatti? I don't even know what that means. I'm going to have to look that up because I don't know what that means. Avenatti definition. Oh, the attorney. Avenatti. Oh, never mind. I do know what you're talking about. Whoops. Yeah, I think we're going to stay away from that kind of law. So I think that's a good way to just kind of not be in the limelight like that. I think that could be problematic. And I think it could be, what do you call it? I think it differs for every person. Some people want to be that kind of lawyer. I'm just not that kind of guy. So we'll see what happens. But I'd rather not become an attorney like him. So yeah, you never know. Hey Gary, oh, you'd call him Lash. Interesting. Interesting. Okay. All right. Let's see it. All right, so we are doing the Great Storm. I was like, what were we doing? We're doing Great Storm. We're seeing a lot of chests are nearby, but for some reason, this time around, they seem to be in the inner circle, which, don't know how I feel about that, but we'll get there, I guess, eventually, maybe. So we have three of the six chests. We're going to go to 49 here, and we're going to have to stop because that's about as far as we can go with our current action points, see if we can get any more. But I'm really trying to get some more of these pet chests because I never know when a new pet appears, and it seems so far that when you get these pet chests, you can use them on the new pets, which I think is pretty cool. So there we go. So now we have to actually open these chests, otherwise those rewards don't seem to unlock. So let's open these. 3, 1, 2, 3. So we opened 3 of our chests. That should get us at least 3 action points, if I think. Is that not how it works? Open 1 chest in Sanctuary. Oh, never mind. This is your normal standard adventure. Totally misunderstood that. Level 120, sure, Fallon. We will help you out here. It looks like you're just waiting on someone to do some of this path, so we will go ahead and do some of this path for you. Take this guy down. Take him down. Easy peasy. No notes there, so we will just cruise around, it looks like. He took the pure damage. We can take magic damage, and we'll just go around, and we're just going to get close to the boss. Isaac, we have Isaac as well. We're looking good. So since he didn't just take out the middle guys, I'm going to assume that he's concerned about that. So we'll just take him out ourselves. We'll take the physical damage this time. So now we have 1 of each. And we'll just cruise right through the middle, because I don't know if they were just waiting for someone to clean up the middle or they were just concerned that they couldn't do it. So it's all right, not a problem. We'll take care of it ourselves. Saul Goodman, yes, I love Saul Goodman. Hopefully my circumstances aren't exactly like him, because his life seems a little depressing at times, but I like what he represents and what he stands for within the TV show itself. So I think, very, very good. I haven't seen the new season yet of Better Call Saul, so don't spoil that for me if you don't mind, but I will eventually watch it. It's just going to have to be after we're done studying. So these things happen. Francis says, Zisha's eye thing artifact weapon is called the Spiritual Eye on mobile. Thank you for letting me know about that, because I did not have a chance to open my mobile. So that'd be cool. Francis says, would you be Saul or Jimmy? Maybe somewhere in between those two, because I think they both have some issues to work out, right? Because obviously I think Jimmy, if you haven't seen it, I hate to spoil it, so mute me for like 2 seconds. But yeah, so Jimmy, for me, is kind of character flawed in the sense that, he has that condition where he basically kind of goes crazy. And Saul, right, is kind of like the underdog. So you want to root for him, but he's definitely like an underdog. So I'm hoping that I'm somewhere in the middle where I'm not an underdog necessarily, but I'm someone you want to root for. And I think I'd like to be like Jimmy in the sense that he's really good at his job. I'd like to be good like that. But I think in terms of the craziness, let's maybe not be as crazy as Jimmy. So, all right, that's it on the spoilers. Hopefully that's not too much of a spoiler if you haven't seen it. It's a good show. Good show. Let's see. So smallest resistance I've entered with is 165, but requires 2 attacks on the Eye of Storm. And you need Thick, Rufus, and Kira as well. You need Martha to stay alive. At least 75% of the attack wave. Yeah, I will say having more Storm than less is always better. I don't recommend having a small amount. It's very, very difficult to win if you have too little protection from the Storm. Just deal so much damage. And a lot of heroes take time to get the damage that they need out to the opponent, so that can be problematic. All right, so we're cruising along. We got 2 more attacks after this, and we've done all we can for Fallon. on this adventure. It's up to Fallon and whoever else he invites to complete it. Fair enough. So here we go, moving along. And once we end up wrapping up this adventure, we're going to try to collect a couple more coins. Really try to get some pet soul chests if we can before I wrap things up. Just really want to hold on to those. Never know when a new pet will unveil itself. But yeah. Hey, Hillary Hill, nice to have you here. Thank you for joining the live stream. Dragon Paralyzer says, well, that's how it's done as free to play. Got to take risks. That's true. You do need to take some risks if you're unable to access all that is offered. Most of the time it works fine. Love to hear that. So we've done our duties there. Is there anything else we can do here? So we are out of action points. We're going to just merchant it up. We'll take our 38 pet soul chests, and that's our start. So 38 times 5, math, under 200 soul stones. So 38 times 5 is 190 soul stones. So we'll take it. It's not bad. It'll probably promote a hero at least one level if it's a early stage pet. So there we go, Grand Arena, claim those. Let's take a look in the merchant shop. XP potions, I'm not going to buy any more of those, don't need them right now. Arena shop, we're really trying to hold on to as many of our coins as we can. Unless we really need the item. And I think at this point, Funeral Totem would be nice to have. And we have enough to get it. So I think we'll just do it for now. And we have enough to saved up for the Summerfest event on that particular item. So Harunian Helm, one I always like to pick up when I can, so I will. And I think we have enough items here. We can pick up the Flaming Heart, Shining Armor Recipe, and I think we're going to pick up the Enslaved Demon. You never know when you're going to need it. Friendship Shop. Heat all doors needed. Thieves Guild sign. That also seems to have changed its name. Egret. Always need those. Of Nocturnal Cicadas. Here, I'm just going to hold off. I always like to use those, but I'm going to hold off. So we got all the items that we needed right this time. Airship. We could probably do this 15-minute one here. And I don't have Favor unlocked because I just haven't had the time really to focus on it. So we'll do this, claim this, and we're living life. We will probably now that we've done this, I want to look at my inventory real quick. So I'm saving my Arnold Guardian boxes because they can yield soul stones. And you never know when the heroes will change. I heard that Amira supposedly will be August Hero of the Month. So that puts me in a weird spot because I want to use those boxes to get Amira, but Summerfest might cause me to use them early. Not sure. Anyway, those are thoughts. Okay, E-Rain says, have you tried ODH plus Alvinor and Mojo on Osh? If you max Orion and Alvinor's artifact weapon, Alvinor can keep spamming 32k magic attack while Orion keeps spamming 32k magic penetration more and more. I haven't been able to do that, mainly because my team's weak, if I make it like the ODH combo. So it might be a future Justin team. I will make a note, actually, since you raise a good question, E-Rain. We'll make a note here. So we're saying Mojo, Alvinor, ODH. So heroes to work on, I guess. So I will be looking into that. That's consideration, 100%. So, okay, going back here, we've got Astral Seer. We have a couple free opens we'll do. After we do these, we will have our one battle with Osh, right? Hopefully take down level 130 if he's not already down. I wanted all my guildmates to get some attacks in first, if possible. From there, we will have our 2 winners, one for Facebook, one for web, and we will wrap things up for today. We'll have another stream tomorrow, and next week we'll be off because I will be studying and having to drive out to Albany, New York, the capital of New York. Let's see, I want to watch you do the Great Storm. All right, Hillary, so we have done some of the Great Storm. I'm not sure if I have what it takes to be able to get some more action points, but I can show you what I've done so far. Really, there's 2 approaches to make a video about the Great Storm route. Yeah, I did, but we can talk about it here really quick, Hillary. It's not a problem at all. I really wish I had more time to make more of that content, but right now, just these next 2.5 weeks, won't be able to do it. But let's take a look. So I'm going to just refresh my page. For whatever reason, it might just because I've had my computer open so many hours of the day now, for most of these days, studying either one or another component of law. That we'll hop back in here. We'll refresh this up in Storm Route. So there's 2 main ways I advocate approaching the Great Storm. One is if you have enough emerald / ability to complete the entire storm, I recommend you go around the entire outer 2 or 3, depending on how you look at it, rings of this Great Storm, and then you go into the middle and you take out all of them, and then you battle the boss. That's option 1 if you have every single action point available to you. The other alternative is to start on the outer ring and pay attention to what these say. So sometimes you'll see a chest is nearby, and if you see that 2 of them are nearby each other, that means this one right here, 16, almost 100% has a chest because both of them are indicating that there's a chest nearby. So using a chest nearby as your marker when you're going around. So here I would start at 1, 3, 7, 9, and that's when I got a chest. And there was no signal of a chest being at 10 or 13. That's where if you're taking a risk, you go to 11 and then keep going around. So once you hit 15, you see a chest nearby, you go to 17, 18, go to 21, don't see any. You don't go to 20 because there's no chests nearby, and then you keep kind of going around. So that is the alternative method, is to just look for these chests and chest hunt to get more of your storm coins. So those are the 2 main ways I advocate players to approach the Great Storm event, because there's no real reason for you to just go through the entire outside if you don't think you're going to have the ability to pick up as many chests as you can. If your tank dies first, just swap it for Rufus if you have it decently developed. And you heard it from me. So Incognito has some advice in using Rufus against the boss of the Great Storm. So there you go, hot take. Although I think that makes sense because I think Rufus really does a great job against magic attackers, and I think a lot of magic attack damage is done by the boss in the Great Storm. Think about the patronage pets carefully and do not use Team Albus since no one does pure damage. Try the team as you have it now. Storm resistance, yeah. I was trying to skimp on using action points. Yeah, I mean, I would say unless you have already captured all of the outside rings in terms of chests, then there's no real reason for you to, I think, go for the boss. You're almost better off just getting the chests because 1 or 2 chests almost makes up what you would get from beating the boss, and the number of action points you need to take down the boss is not worth it. Yeah, so I think that's a hot take, is to not necessarily go for the boss if you can't get there. Focus on the chests. Chests are just better. So here we got Tank Roll Branch. I'm going to upgrade it 1 time. So we got 250 of these Ancient Wisdom Crystals used. Ascension Spire. I just want to take a look at what we're dealing with. Let's see here. Yeah, my game does not love all of Asgard, it just seems to buffer very, very slowly every time Asgard comes up. Let's see. Come on now. Come on now. All right, let's try this. Let's just try refreshing it. Come on. Oh, of course, it loads right when I refresh the page. Classic. It does that to me more times than I'd like to admit. All right, let's see. Hopping over to Asgard, we wanted to look at the Ascension Spire. Then we wanted to battle Osh one time, and we wanted to have our winners. So Asgard is slow to load for me too, Incognito says. So luckily it's not just me. I thought it was just me that I was having problems. So let's go. Come on now. Come on, Hero Wars. Doesn't look like it's moving, but what do I know? Let's see. Oh, there we go. All right, so I need a bunch of more of these Greater Valor Insignias. So, like 200 more. Even if we had them, we don't have enough gold right now. With Astaroth, we can upgrade his magic defense. We need a good amount of gold, but I think we do it. And we need more gold here as well. I think we do it again. Now I'm short on gold, but magic attack, which is key for someone like Astaroth. So maybe, yeah, I'm going to assume I'm low. Oh, I actually have 28. That's more than I expected to have. We're a little short on gold right now, so we'll come back on the gold front. I need to figure out what I'm doing wrong on gold. I think I just haven't been playing enough every day to get the gold I need. I guess we can try to get a little gold using energy. Upgrade Nebula maybe a little. No chance. Well, all right, probably not upgrade, but we'll use a little energy there. Oh, it was actually enough to get us at least one action point here and 100 storm coins. Let's see, so we can go 46. Skip, and we won. Cool. So this actually gets us one more of these pet soul chests. I really like these pet soul chests. They have 5 soul stones of pretty much any pet. And so I'm waiting for the new pets. Usually when they release new pets, they still allow you to get them out of these chests, which is really nice. So kind of banking on that. Continuing. Now let's get back to Asgard here. Don't have enough gold to upgrade Ascension more for my Astaroth or any other hero right now at this time, but now we're good to go. Guild Raid. Let's do it. And let's see what we can get. So level 130 looks like we can finish off the boss. I'm fairly confident we'll be able to do it. Looks like it's pretty low on health, but we've taken down some bosses. Let's go for the level 130 one. Asgard is slowest load in general, even on best day. Okay. So I'm really glad that I'm not the only one having that slow load issue. Let's see, you've got Isaac, Sebastian, Martha, Jew, and Nebula. And we're going to run Albus out there as well. Good luck to my team. Hope you do well. Let's take down this level 130 Osh. E-Rain says, try the ODH team first. We can try it out, but my ODH team's super weak. But we'll try it out. I mean, I'm also confident that my Mojo and Alvinor are terrible. So we will see. Bass, I do think a new pet is coming soon. I think it'll be next month. But we will see. Yeah, sorry about that, E-Rain. We can test it out, though. But I will guarantee you it will do probably 1,000 damage. It'll be very sad. We can try it out, though. It's going to be bad. Because, I mean, I haven't worked on those heroes at all. But we can try it out. But you can, yeah, try not to make fun of me too far. This is a strong team. Yeah, this team's decent. But I will say, true, Dante is probably one of the best heroes actually right now in the game offensively. Very, very surprising that there's not as many people using him on my server. But I think that might be because he was actually one of the worst heroes in the game not too long ago. But he's great now. He's phenomenal. Which probably is also another reason I should make an updated tier list eventually, and really kind of focus on explaining what's going on in that landscape. Skins are making the game different too. Really are. Ooh, that was a nice hit from Albus there. I'm just going to run auto here and just kind of skip the battle. But we were able to take down the boss there. We dealt about 77 mil damage. It's okay. Could be a lot better. But that's okay. It was a rough day there for my guys at the office. We took down the level 130. We'll try taking on this Osh here. I'm going to be embarrassed, but we'll try it out. It's for the benefit of everyone else. So Alvanor, who's very weak, 46k. Let's see, Orion, who has not been worked on much at all either. Dorian, who's actually been worked on a little, not a lot. Dorian, and then Helios, who's probably the most developed of all those. And then we had a Mojo, who might be my weakest hero. Nope, but one of them. Let's see, Mojo should probably be getting Magic Attack and Magic Penetration. Dorian. Don't know who to give you. Guess we'll give Oliver here, and we'll give Axel here. And I don't love this team, but we'll see. It's a lot of work to do, but we've been trying out just for you, E-Rain. Hopefully we can do more than 100 damage. We will see. I don't know. I'm not. Oh, we did more than 100 damage. Okay. So it wasn't a complete bust. We're not strong, but, we did some damage, more than I thought we'd do. Yeah, we'll see. I don't know if we'll be dealing any more damage than what we've already dealt. These boss things might be too strong for us right now. It's all right. Oh, we dealt 2,000. Okay, we dealt more than I thought we'd deal. Again, I thought we'd deal like 100 and be like, well, we're already 20 seconds in, not too much damage. And that big attack from Osh there takes everyone out, but we did 229,000 damage. Honestly, a lot more than I expected. You said no Albus. Yeah, I mean, if I'm being honest, even if I didn't use Albus, I don't have enough pet power yet to really sub in anyone. So if I used Oliver, that'd be 0 damage dealt. If I used Merlin, that'd be minimal. Fenris might have been the most damage, but it would have taken time for it to load up. But, we'll get there. I think right now we're just not at the point yet where we're strong enough to take on with this team. So E-Rain, I'm sorry, but we'll get better. We'll get better over time. But yeah, all right. So there we have it. Let me take a look at my pets real quick before we have our picker wheel and winners. Probably should have looked at this earlier. Yeah, I mean, I'm just trying not to spend any gold right now because I don't have enough. I mean, chaos particles are needed. Chaos particles there. Pets. All right. So we can do, oh gosh. We need gold for everything. Okay, we'll come back. But yeah, so, we're working on our pets, but they're still pretty weak compared to where I'd like them to be. So we got 1 level up on Albus. We got a bunch we need to do still. All those gems are not even close. Got 5 portal charges, so really would like to see Fallon keep moving along here. Claim that. All right, so let's go to the picker wheel. We've got 2 winners coming up here. Queen Celeste. Yeah, Celeste, that's a must. My Alvanor basically floats. He ults so much against Osh. I mean, I will say, if you have a decent Alvanor, he's really good against magic attackers, so not surprised there. Helios' artifact needs to be strong enough to protect the team from the meteor shower, not necessarily 32k armor buff. I gotcha. So we got some work that we need to be done for that team to even get close. But all right, here we go. We are on our winners here. We got a Saturday Facebook winner and a Saturday web winner. Hillary, we will add you. I believe you're on web, right? Can you confirm? We will add you to web. I think you're on web. Don't think you're on Facebook. For whatever reason, that's my recollection. Hillary, can you remind me, are you on Facebook or are you on web? Saturday web, yeah. So we are on web now. We'll add you to Saturday web. Saturday web, replace. All right, let's open up the Facebook one. Dragon said Tread Tristan, Judge, Celeste, Mojo, and Thea. 3.7 mil. Okay. Yeah, Judge is better in big group teams, though, I feel like. So Judge for bosses can be tough. It's not bad. I like Mojo. I like Mojo a lot there. Celeste as well. Thea, unfortunately, can't silence anyone. Tristan's okay, but you don't have enough heroes in front of him. So I think you have to, consider subbing out Thea, Judge, and Tristan when you're facing Osh, even though they're probably pretty strong heroes normally. But yeah, Osh is a different animal, man. All right, so we got the picker wheel here. Let's see who is lucky and who our Facebook picker wheel winner will be. Good luck to everybody. Let's find out. Our Facebook winner is Maverick. Maverick is our lucky Facebook winner. I'll be messaging you shortly after this live stream. We also have our web winner, so let's see who that will be. Let's hop over to the web list. Congratulations, Maverick. Reminds me a little bit of the recent movie that came out, right? So all I can think of right now is the Highway to the Danger Zone song right now. But you guys know what I'm talking about. It's a pretty big movie. Why am I blanking on? Anyway, here we go. Let's see who our web winner is. It is Ren Wei Chen. Ren Wei Chen is our lucky web winner today. Congratulations. You guys are our lucky winners. We got Maverick and we got Ren. Congratulations. You guys are our lucky Facebook and web winners today on this Saturday, July 16th. We'll have another live stream tomorrow at noon, 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And after that, we will be having a hiatus, so no live stream the following weekend, but we'll be back right after that weekend. So I'll remind you guys, thank you so much for hanging out with me here on this live stream. And I look forward to seeing you guys very, very soon in Dominion. Thank you, everyone.